Hello, fellow travelers, and welcome to another daily video. This is JankyMeta with our second daily video following our name change from Retro MTGA. New name, same spicy gameplay, and today we are tap dancing on the ladder and bringing glory to the land with an on-meta blast of Black Graveyard Recursion. This core black list features a mana base package of 1 Takenuma and 23 Swamps. The stars of the show are now Atraxa and Invoke Despair, and the deck dominates by adding massive value to the board until we reanimate Atraxa from the grave, or we simply win via undeniable mono-black control. Of course, we use cards like Phyrexian Arena and Flesh Gorger in order to max value off our 2 Atraxas, and as always, we have the wherewithal to bob and weave through the early game into the mid game, and if we make good choices and win a few coin flips, we can certainly close out games with style and finesse and give our opponents their fair share of despair. Indeed, there's no better finisher than a reanimated Atraxa into an invoked despair. Witness the thickness. It's not only possible, it's comfortable. So here comes the gameplay, fellow travelers. Let's jump in. Let's showcase our mono-black Atraxa Reanimate list to the world. Okay, so the meta appears to be filled with nothing but Selesnya Rot Priest. Okay, here we go. This might be a little bit more doable. Mishra. If they continue to do nothing, we're going to slam the Phyrexian Arena down. Ah, I just remembered, we forgot to put Shieldred's Edict in this deck. What the heck are we thinking? It's the perfect antidote to the stupid Rot Priest. I actually think it's Arena at this point. I mean, we could put our own Flesh Gorger out. Then they remove it and attack. Or we do Phyrexian Arena, gain some actual card advantage. Let's try it out. I've honestly never played Phyrexian Arena before in my life. Whoops. No more pumpity pumps for the Evolved Sleeper. So we'll cut that down next turn, I hope. Look at the value. Okay, our opponent has no response to that. They're just trying to think it through, I guess. They can't play an Invoke on us, but they can definitely remove Flesh Gorger. They'll take 3 damage for that. Then we'll play Invoke Despair because Assuming they can't play another creature. Okay, so they play Gix. And they hit us like that. They're gonna play another creature. Nope. Okay, lots of cut downs. It's gotta be Invoke Despair, right? And then we're going to attack with the Flesh Gorger. Yes. It's a tough choice, honestly. They go with the Gix. Gix is gone. Attack with the Flesh Gorger. Soul Transfer on the Flesh Gorger next turn for the Exile. Trespasser eats Gix. Nope. Forgot about our underdog. Of course he would take that. Luckily, we've drawn all of our cut downs against these 3/3 creatures, because if we weren't doing that, we would have no recourse for our sarcastic banter. So it's Soul Transfer on the Flesh Gorger, right? Take the damage. Another Soul Transfer on the Graveyard Trespasser. Discard the Atraxa. You bet your bottom dollar. They're like, ha ha ha, you have to discard now. What are you gonna discard? It's such a huge punishment we're gonna do to you. Oh no! Okay, we were almost in range of Invoke Despair, but our Flesh Scourger's gonna start pulling us through. Gotta hand it to Phyrexian Arena, kind of an MVP here. All those 2 soul transfers in a row. Pretty sweet. Oh, please let us draw a Graveyard Shift at this point. We get 2 looks. Oh my god, you love to see it. Oh my god. They're gonna scoop. So we're gonna get another Phyrexian Arena because it's not legendary. We're gonna get a Flesh Gorger at full power. We're gonna get a Shieldred for sure. Just another Swamp. Instant would be nice. Probably an Infernal Grasp. And okay, Sorcery. Invoke Despair. Yes. Liliana. Yes. Swamp. Yes. Go for the Throat. Would have rather had the Infernal Grasp, but is what it is. We're gonna have to discard down. We're not gonna keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so if we discard both these swamps, we're good. They could potentially soul transfer our Atraxa. I kind of wish... Oh, they're just gonna go for the throw it. Okay. So, we'll just recur it back. We got a nice level of removal up, ready to go. In case they do the Trespasser and try and eat up our Atraxa. No, they go for Invoke Despair. That's actually pretty... Oh, they did us a favor, actually, because we have so many cards now. We don't need the arena. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Probably Shieldred. And Liliana, I'm thinking? Or leave up some removal. Honestly, I think it's removal. For the Trespasser that they're inevitably gonna throw down. Oh, this is so fun. Mono-Black Reanimate on Atraxa. Okay, bye-bye Shieldred. Opponent takes 2 life to do that. Mission accomplished. They're gonna hit us with the Mishra. I don't think so. I think we're going to destroy that. Oh wait, it's an artifact creature. We're gonna cut it down. Excellent. Thank you, opponent, for giving us a target for our cut down. Should we take him to 8 with the Invoke Despair? We make him discard with Liliana. Okay, let's take him to 8. And we have removal up, cut down, throat, grasp. If we lay the Graveyard Trespasser down, we'll gain life, which is good. But we're still in range of the Invoke Despair. If the opponent has an Invoke Despair, you gotta hand it to them. They do not. Misery's Shadow, nice little target for... Wait, do we... Yes. Okay, so... Go for the throat on Misery's Shadow. Because cut down won't work, they can pump it up. Don't want to use Infernal Grasp unless we absolutely have to, right? Quick little attack with the Graveyard Trespasser. We are completely out of range of an Invoke Despair by 1, which is nice. And I think we have enough mana. We're going to go ahead and lay down the second Trespasser. If I was the opponent, I wouldn't scoop. There's still time. There's still a chance. I mean, we are just maximizing our cards here. But we're not going to play the arena because we're so low on life. We're not going to play the grasp, so these cards effectively don't exist. At this point in the game, opponent has creatures that beat cut down. I think they have a chance. I mean, they can think through the issue. I think they can play on and possibly win. And what a sweet victory it would be if they did. But given the amount of rope they're letting out, I don't think that they're going to continue on. And that's okay. That's okay, opponent. You're okay. While they do this, let's think out our game here. Double soul transfer, that was so awesome. Phyrexian Arena, kind of the MVP. Got us into a very good place. When we drew the Graveyard Shift, it was actually the second card that turn because of the Arena. And then they played Invoke Despair and killed our Arena, which would have kept killing us. Alright, so obviously, you know, I'm going to give them the good game. It's honest. Not gonna lie. Do they want to rope us again? Regain another life. Thank you very much. And play Liliana and leave cut down up. Discard a card. Swamp. They discard a cut down, which is obviously useless. Not only are they not scooping, but they are roping to the maximum ropage possible. Look at them go! You almost have to respect the mindset of the roper. What are they thinking? You're wasting my time by playing all those good cards when I don't have good cards to play. So I'm gonna waste your time. But it's content, baby. You're not wasting anything. You're just gonna explode. Thank you very much, opponent. Okay. Up against old Nick. I wonder if our internet is going a little slow. Doesn't matter. We're playing Mono-Black control. It's smooth. Shoot. We did draw Phyrexian Arena, so we're gonna have to discard that. I like it. We can play out our Flesh Gorger. And you know, there's no rule against reanimating Atraxa only. We can reanimate Flesh Gorger, you know, if need be. Okay, that's definitely a cut down target, sure, because eventually we're gonna get a Liliana out. I know it probably, honestly, we should have waited, but let's see the draw. Yeah, we should have waited. That way they can't attack with it next turn. Yeah, definitely should have waited on that. Okay, so we got our first poison counter. Sag. Okay, Rot Priest. And they're even protected. Okay, but we can maybe... Yeah, I think we got to get the Flesh Gorger out. Get some blockers in the way here. No idea how much protection they have for Rot Priest, but you always have to assume they have at least one, if not two. So luckily for us, we have the ability. We need to draw land so bad. Okay, we drew the land. Yup, and we have to start rocking and rolling with Shieldred, as they've got us on a nice little clock with their poison machinations, and we've got them on a little clock with our Shieldred. Hopefully that sticks to the board. Looks like maybe our internet issues have cleared up slightly, a little bit smoother, hopefully. Annex Sentry, does that hit Shieldred? No, it hits the Flesh Gorger. Okay. Okay, they're not even going to attack at all? Holy crap-tastic. Oh, I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to pull, let's see. If we target the Annex Sentry, maybe they're going to use a protection spell because they don't want us to get our Flesh Gorger back at full strength. And maybe they only have one in hand. So it looks like a go for the throat situation on Annex Sentry. It's an artifact. Okay, let's just target the Rot Priest. They have protection, which of course they do. Then they're gonna cast it now. Okay. So we're up to 3. No attacks. Another Rot Priest. Oh, we are in a world of hurt here. World of hurt. And we didn't draw the land. Let's make them discard stuff. Because that appears to be kind of the game plan here, right? We'll discard our Phyrexian Arena as planned. What we really would like is to have the Phyrexian Arenas stay in the deck so that when Atraxa hits the board, we can grab them. They're not really any good in the graveyard, but they're not really good in our hand either. Bloated! Holy macaroni. No attacks. Our life total keeps going up, but it doesn't even matter. Their life total goes down. This is our only hope. Slaughter Singer. Okay, that's some damage. We can take damage. Okay, so that's a lot of damage. We're gonna go ahead and remove one of the Rot Priests. Hopefully, they didn't even attack the Liliana. They are extremely focused. Sure. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have no cards in hand. And we have no way to block that many creatures, so we die. Let's just invoke some Despair, which is gonna, you know, ordinarily is so effective, but in this case... I'm gonna let them play it out because I like the Rat Priest a lot. We missed one of our land drops, but then again, so did they. All right, they're stalling. Oh, there we go. All right. Good game, opponent. Selesnya Toxic. A solid list. Are we going to be able to get through this defeat screen? I mean, how many clicks is it going to freaking take, people? Let's go again! Thanks so much for being here with me, fellow travelers. We are JankyMeta. Today we're focusing on the meta half of our split MTG personality. Rocking and rolling up the ladder, down the ladder, sideways on the ladder, all over the ladder really. Any direction is fine. We're in low platinum, kind of doesn't even really matter. I'm just having a ton of fun here. We've got some good discards. We got some good interactions. We got some good lands. We're on the draw. I think this is a keep. Opponent plays a swamp. We say, that looks like a good idea. We copy them. Our swamp is better though, obviously. Our swamp is so beautiful, it taps for 2 mana. Blight Belly Rat. Go for the throat. Proliferate on nothing. Opponent has a chance to get a poison counter on us right now with a cool little draw 2 spell, but they're not going to do it. We will play another swamp, and let's give them a target to hit, which we will then reanimate with Graveyard Shift. Oh, look at that. Non-targeted removal and a poison counter. Hold up. You are crushing it, opponent. You love to see it. Are we going to blitz this? No. Because they're just going to remove it, right? Then we'll blitz it. Let's remove the removal from their hand. How about that? And we can, next turn, we can reanimate the Phyrexian Fleshgorger. And if Tenacious Underdog sticks to the board, it does not. It gets exiled. Look at that. Wait, I thought that had Proliferate. No, it just has Corrupted. Okay. So are we going to reanimate Fleshgorger right here into all these Vraska's Falls and Shieldred's Edicts? When we have the Atraxa in hand too? No, I think we're going to do Shieldred instead. Save the shift for the Atraxa. It is the better target. We finally got them off 20 life points. They have the Obliterator. We have the Exile effect. No probs, Bob. We're going to immediately soul transfer this pesky little creature and hit them for 4 because why not? Play out the swamp and say go. We are executing on our game plan. And the opponent can cast their Invoke Despair here and really set us back. But they do not do that. And they would have cast Shieldred's Edict there. It would have been so easy for them. They would have cast Vraska's Fall. It would have been so easy for them. So I'm thinking... I mean, we have no way to discard Atraxa. Well, let's see what they got. Maybe they're going to do the Edict right now. They do not. Okay, let's Graveyard Shift on that. Show them what's up. That's a nice discard, but we've got our main discard in hand already, so... Oh, hopefully they don't... I mean, well, no. If they force us to discard, we're gonna laugh. Fellow travelers, thank you so much for being here and watching our opponents' faces explode. Mono-Black Control with a little Atraxa Reanimate flavor saver? You gotta love it. On to the next game. Looking at our OBS studio recording setup, we have just under 40 minutes of gameplay. I'm thinking we push that even higher. We got the sweet tunes from Senpai Gaming. Thanks to Mr. Harris Heller. Really adds a lot of value to the gaming and streaming and YouTubing community. I'm liking this hand a lot. We've got a lot of answers, and all we have to do is draw our boom booms, of which we have many. On the draw against HDM22. So I guess that they were born last year. Playing against a 1-year-old. Banky Buster in the house. We got the we got no answer to that. Not a single answer was had for the old Bank Buster, but that's a good target for a little cut down. And we have Go for the Throat ready to go. But I'm thinking we lay down the Graveyard Trespasser. You know, Bankbuster would be almost a good card for us to run instead of the Flesh Gorger. I don't know. We got a Soul Transfer on that ass. Yep, we're not going to deal any damage to that card for sure. We can destroy it, actually. Yeah, let's just destroy it. Let's play a Swamp. We have so many options. That's not even... Okay, so Soul Transfer gets through a lot of pesky stuff. Infernal Grasp gets through a lot of pesky stuff. This is not an artifact creature. And we're not going to deal any damage to it. So it's gone. See you later, bud. They are going to power up the Bankbuster, which I would definitely recommend doing. Unfortunately for them, we still have Infernal Grasp up. They haven't drawn a single card off their Bankbuster, so this is just a terrible outcome for them, and I wouldn't be surprised if their head just explodes. Do we even have a target? Yep, we're going to take away that Vindicator. We're going to gain 1 life. Opponent down to 15. And they have an Elvish Norn. And you know what we have? Do you know what we have? We have a soul transfer on the Elishnorn. And so bye-bye, Ellie. Adios, muchacha. Let's get rid of their Bankbuster, because we don't have any creatures in the graveyard to get. Opponent down to 12. They have a lot of good stuff. They're going to target our Trespasser and discard what? And they're going to discard a Plains, which is nice for them. Nice. We're going to get that Trespasser back when we make them sacrifice that Cathar, and then we're going to eat the Cathar, and they're going to go down to 11. Everything is kind of going our way, and it makes me a little nervous. So I'm going to stay vigilant, make the good plays as I can, as they present themselves. I need to draw the Boom Boom. We have not drawn the Boom Boom. We will make them discard their card. We will show them a little peek into our game plan. They discarded a Plains. Is there anything here? No. Their graveyard is completely empty from the glutton. Lord, have mercy. Give us an Atraxa and make our opponent's head explode. Or that. Each player discards a card. They play the Emperor now. Look at that. We will discard the Flesh Gorger because we're going to just reanimate the heck out of it. We're not going to attack at all into that. Our opponent is not done fighting. So, major props to them. They're going to attack Liliana. And are we going to block here? They can still make a little samurai token. And we would get to make them... We can cast our Graveyard Shift. Yeah, let's keep Liliana in play. Here comes the Samurai. Here comes the Bankbuster. Opponent has mad value. Let's do the Graveyard Shift now, since it does have flash speed. Flesh Gorger seems like a good plan. Opponent is completely out of cards. We drew the Infernal Grasp. So let's annihilate. They're gonna crew the Bankbuster off this for sure, right? Yes. Opponent did not miss a trick. And now we're going to activate Liliana, and they're going to sacrifice... Nah, we'll just make them discard. I mean, they don't have anything, we don't have anything. So we're just going to +1 Liliana. If they have removal on our Flesh Gorger, it really messes things up bad. They have to block with something. Should we target the Wandering Emperor, or should we target... We should target their life total. We're sitting at a healthy 19, and we're trying to avoid getting removed. Okay. And they'll use the Wandering Emperor to exile our Flesh Gorger, which is, to be honest, I forgot about that. So, sad, but then they'll go down in life points for doing that. So they're taking 2 damage here, and the Flesh Gorger's gonna die. Okay, so I was wrong about the targeting. Spirited Companion to get themselves a little card draw. Liliana gets attacked. Vindicator? That's one hell of a top deck. Yeah, Liliana gets attacked down. We draw the Swamp. Make them make them discard a card. Liliana's dead next turn. Can we pull this game out? We had such a commanding presence, but things went a little astray. Never underestimate the mono-white player. Liliana down. We have a cut down. That doesn't do us much good. But at least we can kill the samurai. Probably should have waited on that. Because they were going to target that samurai with their ability. Holy crap. Sarah Paragon? Does it ever stop? Bankbuster? Well, at least they don't have enough mana to actually draw off of it. Take 9, a smooth 9. Graveyard Shift. No Atraxa in sight. That's 9 in the air. They have the Aganjo. They're going to give the counter to the Spirited Companion, sure. So we're taking 9 in the air, 11. So we go down to -1, and then we go up to 6. No, sorry. And if they don't have an answer to this, they're just freaking dead. Gosh, I'd be so disappointed if their head exploded. Okay, they draw a card, so they don't have an answer yet. They can't target it. They need to play a creature to block. And we can draw a removal spell to remove that creature, and we've got a lot of looks in the deck for that. Well, we have one look, but you know what I mean. Do we have this game? Do they have the Emperor, which they can't use because of the Flesh Gorger's ability? The opponent is in the tank, thinking hard. I think they might have lost the game. And they did. Their head explodes. Graveyard Shift on the Phyrexian Flesh Gorger saves the day. I think it's a great way to close out the video, so that's a wrap. Please let me know in the comments if you'd make any changes to the list, and massive thanks to all the fellow travelers out there consuming this content. You are truly excellent individuals. The response has been phenomenal, fantastic, and encouraging. We are JankyMeta, and we'll see you tomorrow in the next video.